I want to share with you all the history of the bonnet, but I also want to talk about this Keisha Cole bonnet. Keisha Cole has a bonnet. That was the bonnet I was wearing in the first video. As you see, it is pictured here. This bonnet, it lays your edges down, and no, I am not an affiliate. I just, I've seen it at the hair store. I seen it at the hair store and I had to grab it because I have a big head and I have a lot of locks. So yeah, so let's jump into the history of the bonnet. According to Wikipedia, Google, all that good stuff, all right? An overview. The history of bonnets is complex and includes their use as a symbol of modesty, a fashion statement, and a tool of oppression. The origins of bonnets. The bonnet originated in the 13th century as a hood-shaped hat made of wool or linen. The word bonnet comes from the French word for a type of cloth or material. The modesty of bonnets. Bonnets were worn by women and children in the Middle Ages to protect their hair and head from the weather and dust. They also symbolize the wearer's humility and modesty. The fashion of bonnets. In the 18th century, bonnets became popular in high fashion and were the dominant term for women's hats until the late 19th century. Bonnets were extremely chic, and many styles came and went from the 1700s to the 1900s. Symbol of grandeur. In the mid-1800s, European women wore bonnets to symbolize their place in high society and their grandeur. Say it with me, grandeur. Tool of oppression. Bonnets and head wraps were used to distinguish black women as lesser or subhuman during enslavement. Let's go back to that. Tool of oppression. Bonnets and head wraps were used to distinguish black women as lesser or subhuman during enslavement. And let me be honest. Let me be honest for a moment. Let me be transparent. I used to when I see a girl oh, she got a bonnet on. Why she got a bonnet on? Until I began to learn the history of the bonnet. Now, in certain settings, possibly not, wear the bonnet, but that, that's just my 2 cents. But hey, to each their own. Have fun wearing your bonnet. Religious head covering. Some Christian denominations, such as the Amish, Mennonites, and Brethren churches, still have women wear bonnets as an outer head covering. And then y'all check this out. Scottish bonnets. The tam o' shanter is a flat bonnet that originated in Scotland. It is traditionally made of wool and stretched on a wooden disc to create its distinctive shape. The Royal Regiment of Scotland still wears the tam o' shanter, with each battalion identifying itself by wearing a distinctive colored feather on their bonnet. So there's a lot about this bonnet, okay? Okay, what did she say? She said my sweet babies, or my sweet baby, or sweet. I don't know what Monique say, but I just want to give y'all the history of the bonnet. And it protects your hair, it keeps the lint out. And these Keisha Cole bonnets, I love the Keisha Cole bonnet because it has a headband on the front, and that hairband, it keeps the edges down. Because I think I told Jasmine that I think I have 10C hair. They say 4C, but I think I have 10C. And this pretty much helps keep my edges down at night. So when I wake up in the morning, my hair still look kind of fresh. If I have the fresh retwist because I have locks, it protects the hair. Or you can get a silk pillowcase if you want to sleep wild, or not. Just be free, do whatever you want to do that's best for you and your hair. But again, that's the history of the bonnets.